The Animal Rescuers has been adopted by Pet Planet. There is nothing more important to us than your pet's health.
Our next stop today on the Animal Rescuers is the Pyrenees mountain range located in southeast Europe. Great dogs roam there for centuries, guarding the flock and protecting the households of the noblemen and the peasants alike. Never thought you'd get a history lesson today, did you?
They are from the Great Pyrenees Mountains. They're instinctually guardian dogs, meaning sheep, goats, you, and your children.
And that's Y-O-U, not E-W-E, right?
Yes, they are absolutely everything as far as that's concerned. Their temperament is really magnificent, especially with children. Mm-hmm. They make super therapy dogs, along with everything else. And they're gorgeous, as you can see.
They are just...
They're big and beautiful. Their downside, God almighty, they got a lot of hair. And they bark.
Okay.
They bark to guard.
Okay, well that's a good thing.
That's a very good thing.
So if you're getting the dog for that purpose, that is going to be a great asset.
It really is. They love to bark the wall, warn people off. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much what they do. They're not attack dogs. They're not guard dogs. Big difference between guardian and guard.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people I know right now that are watching are going to say, that dog and that fur in Arizona do not get along.
They're indoor dogs. So when it gets hot, you're inside in the air. They're usually upside down on a couch, bringing in all the air. They just shed more.
But I think too that the coat, the extra thick coat, it will protect them from the cold as well as the heat.
And sunburn. You've got to be always, with white dogs, you've always got to be careful about too much sun because their skin can be more sensitive.
Tell me where they all came from.
Well,
let's start here.
All rescues. We've had Rupert for around 4 years at this point. He was a dog that was being fostered, and he's what we call a failed foster.
Okay.
They failed by adopting him out and keeping them because he is so special. And he is shaved down at this point. Right. So you can see the difference between Rupert and Stella as far as hair. And all their hair is different, but he is shaved down.
Okay.
Stella, fluffiest one that we've ever had, is by the same owner. Same owner adopted Stella. She's absolutely stunning.
So they're in the
They
same
live
house.
together.
Okay,
they live in the same house together.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful.
This is Tank, who tends to be drooling because it's a little warm for him. He's our largest one. Tank is a proud 175.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, proud of that. His owner just adopted him around a month ago.
How much would you feed a dog like, because this size, the largest, compared to that, what is the average that these dogs eat?
That is a great question because people are probably thinking, oh my God, how much do I have to feed them? Because they have slow metabolisms, you don't feed them that much. For example, a husky can out-eat a Great Pyrenees.
Oh, wow.
Because they're going to eat anything you put in front of them. They really don't eat as much as you would think. Obviously, Tank's going to be taking in more than Rupert.
Right.
But he is trying to drop a little bit of weight.
He's just so majestic looking.
Yeah.
Oh,
He is so calm and playful too. We have Ted, who is actually going to his forever home today.
Oh, yay!
So
for Ted.
very excited about that. He has some of the longest legs we've seen of late.
And this is Ted.
That's Ted.
Okay.
And here's Santa. He is a year and a month old, and he has been adopted for a while now. And we actually brought him to Kokopah last year into a special needs class and read Great Pyrenees book to all the kids.
Oh, wow.
And they just went crazy over him.
So how do these dogs even come up for adoption?
Well, all different ways. They do stray. You've always got to have a very high wall. You've always got to have them on leash because they'll roam.
Will they jump over a wall like that?
They won't jump over an 8-foot wall.
No.
6, 5, and you've really got to watch them. That's why one of the things we do not adopt on site. We have to do a house check. We want to make sure that it's safe in and out, that they are protected. So a lot of them come in as strays. Some of them come in as owner turn-ins because they're the cutest puppies in the world, and then they get big. And people are like, well, I had no idea that something this cute could turn into that.
But which is beautiful.
Which is stunning. And the breed is very smart and has a mind of its own. And a lot of people are like, well, I thought it would be fun to throw a Frisbee with the dog. This is not a Frisbee dog. Dog has its own mind, knows what its life is all about, loves you. That's what you're getting here. So there's various reasons why we do sadly get turn-ins. Lately, we've gotten some owner turn-ins because the people are older, they get ill, and of course, we always take our dogs back.
Do you trust the food you feed? At Pet Planet, our commitment is to helping our customers navigate through the confusing world of pet food, reading ingredient panels, asking critical questions about manufacturing and ingredient quality. Our pets rely on us to make the very best decisions we can for their health, happiness, and longevity. Pet Planet is here as your partner in pet health because there's nothing more important to us than your pet's health.
Welcome back to the Animal Rescuers, adopted by Pet Planet.
We're very fortunate to be affiliated with PAC 911, who gives us good medical support, food support, and puts on magnificent events that we can attend, bring a couple of our dogs, educate people on the breed, hopefully get volunteers and foster families, and always adopt them out. We are also affiliated with CABRA.
What's the difference between PAC 911 and CABRA?
The difference between CABRA and PAC 911, CABRA gives us like microchipping, medical, and PAC 911 has great events that we get to attend, display our dogs, educate people, hopefully get volunteers and fosters and adoptions. And they also give us food once in a while. So it's great to be with everything along with Rally to Rescue.
How can the general public help?
Well, understanding the breed is key.
That's a big one.
It really is. And just because they're pretty doesn't mean they're for you. It's nice to go on our azpeers.com site, really get educated, know about the dog, understand how we rescue, how we adopt. We have a huge adoption form because, again, we always want to make sure that our dogs are going to the best home possible. And come out, see us, volunteer.
Well, thank you so much for all this information, but you still have some more people here, and who are they?
Well, I have some great volunteers, foster people. They pretty much do everything. We have Valerie, whose two dogs are here. She was the failed foster that we have, that we adore. And we have Margaret, who is Tank's new owner. They've been with the group for a very long time and support it in every way possible. Our biggest event that we do every year is at Bass Pro Shop, where we do gift wrapping. We always have the dogs. It's a lot of work. Between that one, which is our very impressive and pretty volunteer thing that we do the opposite side and we pooper scoop at Westworld. We just got done doing that at a dog show event. Val and Margaret and also Linda drive around in these trailers with humongous bags of garbage, and for 5 days we pick up garbage for the show.
To be volunteering continuously, to be there all the time, that's love.
Well, we get more than we give.
The first Pet Planet store opened in 1996 after the devastating loss of our Cocker Spaniel to cancer. What we learned then about pet health was eye-opening. The food and the treats that we were giving him did not support his immune system and may have actually harmed him. Pet Planet was established to be a community resource, a store that offers only the healthiest products and the best knowledge on pet health issues. At Pet Planet, there is nothing more important to us than your pet's health.
It started out like a totally normal day.
I love you.
I mean, I guess I was a little sweaty and I was definitely sore. I thought I had gas. Turns out I was having a heart attack. Heart disease is the #1 killer of American women. So now I take care of my heart, and I tell the women in my life to do the same.
Sounds great, by the way.
That's nice, sweetie, but that's not my heart. That is. Find out more from the American Heart Association at goredforwomen.org.
Welcome back to the Animal Rescuers, adopted by Pet Planet. Ingrid is a 7-year-old German Shepherd mix with beautiful markings. Initially shy, this girl warms up once she is out of the kennel and on a leash. She likes nothing better than to go for a long walk. She'll be a wonderful member of whatever family adopts her. Sarge is a handsome 3.5-year-old hound mix. He walks easily on a leash, no pulling and not easily distracted. He's house-trained and has his basic sit, stay commands down. Sarge can be a little aloof at first, but once he warms up, you'll be leaned on and be given lots of sloppy kisses.
Hi, I'm Wendi Faircloth, Training Director at Villa La Paws with this week's training tip. This week we're going to be talking about creating boundaries or creating boundaries going through thresholds such as doorways. A few weeks ago, we had talked about negative and positive reinforcement, the differences of the two. This is a very classic form of positive and negative reinforcement. So when we start to take our dogs for a walk, you know, anytime we go and we grab the leash, that creates excitement in the dog. So I use this. The leash going on the dog's head, it would be the reward. So that's what I would be giving the dog as a reward for doing something for me, is to actually physically put the leash on the dog. Or if you have she just happens to have a slip lead. The dog I'm using today just happens to have a slip lead, but you can use the clip ones also. So when I bring out the leash to start the walk, the first thing that I want my dog to do is to come up to me and sit and be calm for me to put on the leash. If the dog is not calm, I don't hook the leash on the dog, and I use this as negative reinforcement. This was positive reinforcement. If the dog does what I want, I clip the leash on the collar. If the dog doesn't do what I want, I take this away, meaning I put it away and I give the dog about 5 or 10 minutes to think about what it's done. Because to start on a walk, I hear all the time I hear about people saying that when they go out on a walk, it just starts crazy. From the second that they take out the leash, the dog starts barking and spinning and jumping and just causing a whole bunch of ruckus. And the walk right from the get-go, from the time that the leash is presented, the walk starts terrible. So we're going to use positive and negative reinforcement for getting the leash on. This is Sophia. Sophia is my friend here. She is, I think she's around a 5-year-old Australian Shepherd, and she's going to be my little test dog today. We're going to work the thresholds with her. Upon presenting the leash, I want Sophia to come up and give me a sit. Sophia. Sophia, my girl. Sit. Good. If she sits, I will put the, come on, Sophia. Come on. Come on, girl. Good girl. Sit. Good. Very good, girl. So she did what I wanted. She didn't roll over that time. So I put the leash on her. So I gave her what she wanted by doing something for me. The next thing, so she's relatively calm now. And we're going to use the doors at the training center because she's going to want to go outside. So again, we're going to use positive and negative reinforcement. She wants to go outside, right? She wants to go on a walk. So that would be her reward. And if she doesn't give me what I want, which is calm behavior at the door, she doesn't give me what I want, then I take away what her reward is, which is going on a walk. So I won't open the door for her, and that's the negative part of the negative reinforcement. Until she gives me what I want, I don't give her what she wants. Okay, so this training center door represents your door at your house. Whatever door you go out, whether it be the front door, the garage door, the back door, it doesn't matter. All the doors can be the same. So positive, what her reward is getting outside to go on a walk. So once I start to open up the door, she's gonna try to go outside, and it's just like we were doing with their food. Remember when we were taking away their food when they would try to get it? It's the same thing with the door. I'm taking away the outside. I'm taking away what her reward is. Good girl, very nice. So to start, she needs to, very good girl. She needs to give me what I want, and then I'm going to give her what she wants, which is to go outside. So we'll go outside now. Good girl. And I invite her outside. So we just have made it through the door, and that's potentially when the dog can start pulling again. So again, the dog's reward is to be able to go forward on a walk. If the dog is pulling me, I don't go forward, I wait for the dog not to pull me, and then that would be her negative side of it, is I do not let her go forward until she gives me what I want, which is not pulling me on the leash. So stay tuned to the Animal Rescuers for next week's training tip from Villa La Paws.
Do you trust the food you feed? At Pet Planet, our commitment is to helping our customers navigate through the confusing world of pet food, reading ingredient panels, asking critical questions about manufacturing and ingredient quality. Our pets rely on us to make the very best decisions we can for their health, happiness, and longevity. Pet Planet is here as your partner in pet health, because there's nothing more important to us than your pet's health.
Honey! I'm okay!
Hi, I'm Jen, and this is your Pet Planet Pet Tip of the Week. This week, we're going to focus on a very serious health issue that all of our pets face if you live in a desert community. Although this is a year-round issue, it becomes much more prevalent as the weather warms up.
Valley fever is an insidious disease that we've seen grow in the desert Southwest in the last 12 years, and it's not getting any better. These organisms are very hardy. We're finding them off the California coast. We see 2 seasons in Arizona, one in the spring and one in the summer, and they're devastating in the effects that they have on the immune system and their longevity in the body. And given the fact that they don't disappear, they go into remission. This is not only a regional problem in the fact that we have got fungal organisms in the Midwest, we've got mold organisms in the Northwest, and these are all basically fungal oriented, and we need something that the system will adapt to that can fight this organism while really getting involved in disabling it and putting it into remission. So it's a disease that we see on the rise. It's because of the construction, it's because of the population increase. We've seen more airborne spores of valley fever that are circulating throughout the area, and it doesn't have to be just in the desert. It could be in an airport, in a hotel, in a car. You can pick up this organism everywhere. And so the point is to try to get the immune system to defend the body, keep the body in all elements as strong as possible, whether it's a dog or whether it's a person. And that includes diet and lifestyle and rest and exercise and all the factors that are involved in helping the system generate a defense against an organism that is potentially fatal over long periods of time. The Desert Defense line of formulas is centered around, number one, the original Desert Defense, which was designed for fungal invasions and the pathogens that we see in the desert Southwest, but also the Super Botanical formula. Super Botanical is an all-organic formula that is basically an alkalizing type of component that keeps the acidity and the alkaline balance in the body correct. It's the ultimate formula for wellness, for older animals, even for younger animals that just want to prevent themselves from getting disease, whether it's fungal or bacterial, whatever it might be. This is all about immune compromise and immune susceptibility, and we want the immune system to be strong as well as going after the invader, whatever that might be.
Stay tuned next week for another Pet Planet Pet Tip. More of the Animal Rescuers coming right up.
No one wants to miss out on life. But for 200,000 Americans and millions worldwide, living with narcolepsy can mean just that. This lifelong sleep disorder causes social embarrassment, confusion, anxiety, depression, or worse. Proper diagnosis and treatment can help put narcoleptics back in the game, but often only after years of suffering. To learn more, please reach out to us today.
Welcome back to the Animal Rescuers, adopted by Pet Planet.
This week we had the unique opportunity to witness the grand opening of a brand new adoption center. Furever Friends Rescue is dedicated to rescuing animals from people who have no choice but to give them up due to health issues or worse. Years in the making, the center is open 7 days a week. Our next stop is a fundraiser for Any Rat Rescue. These scurrying little creatures make great pets, and the people who rescue them are very loyal and dedicated. There's something special about the wind blowing in your hair and being surrounded by beautiful animals. Just like you feel special when you do something great for an animal in need. This is Kimberly reminding you, adopt, donate, volunteer, spay and neuter, and you can be an animal rescuer too. We'll see you next time. Holds of the start. Come on, boys, help me.
To go. And he's absolutely spectacular. Lovely. Thank you for sharing. Thank you.
That was perfect, right on camera, yes. Beagles everywhere. That's the point of the Animal Beagle Fest in Kew. What did I say? Animal. You have a problem with that?